problem. Yes.
Correct. I now move on to the last case study, after which I will ask Mitrapal sir to shed some light on it. We are drawing to a close, towards the fag end of this class, and I think the kind of discussions we are having now are very healthy and very telling. In fact, I think insights are emerging as we are undergoing this process, which is the hallmark of a healthy conversation. I'm very happy that's happening. So here is your case study. Here is your third case study. Rakesh is a responsible district level officer who enjoys the trust of his higher officials. Knowing his honesty, the government entrusted him with the responsibility of identifying the beneficiaries under the healthcare scheme meant for senior citizens. The criteria to the beneficiary are the following. A, 60 years of age or above. B, belonging to reserved community. C, family income of less than 1 lakh rupees per annum. D, post-treatment prognosis likely to be high to make a positive difference in the quality of life of the beneficiary. One day, an old couple visited Rakesh's office with their application. They have been the residents of a village in his district since their birth. The old man is diagnosed with a rare condition that causes obstruction in the large intestine. The couple has no children to support them. The man cannot work. The expert surgeon whom they contact is willing to do the surgery without charging any fee. However, the couple will have to bear the cost of the incidental charges such as medicine, hospitalization, etc. to the tune of rupees 1 lakh. Couple fulfills all the criteria except criteria B. However, any financial aid would certainly make a significant difference in their quality of life. How should Rakesh respond to the situation? Mitra sir, please shed some light on this. Tell us about this situation and how it can be dealt with by the aspirants.
I think now they have understood their start.
They have already, they're definitely at a very high speed they're learning. Sir, please unmute yourself. Sir, you are muted. Okay. Sir, try unmuting yourself now. There you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just said it's a wonderful exercise, and let the students come out with their own solutions, and let us see what kind of responses they come.
Yes, we already are seeing the responses are getting very granular, very specific, very tailored to the question. It's a very good sign.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very hearty.
What I
Ravi, that they have proved as 2 case studies.
They are on the right track. Yes, they're on the right track.
Yes, you can continue, Amit. I mean, yes, you can continue the same thing.
So okay, Ravi. So I think we have already now they have understood how to go about. The first step for the case study is to identify the stakeholders.
Correct.
Now this is a relatively simple case. Stakeholders to say there is Rakesh, obviously the moral actor. There is the state administration which has come up with a particular scheme, and there is this couple who have come with a particular situation. Now in this, I would like to ask the students just one question. How many of you think that this couple should be given the benefit of this scheme by Rakesh?
That's a very good question. How many people think that they should be given the benefit? Just type yes. If you type yes, you believe benefit should be given. Don't type anything, just type yes or no. Roshan, Vaishnavi, Chateshwar says no, Ramachandran says yes, Shubhangi yes, Abhishek says no, Prakash says no. So we have a healthy discord here. Very good.
The way I see it is about 60% of the people are saying yes and about 40% are saying no.
Yes,
which is expected from I would say aspirants your age. And here's I would like to just diverge a little bit. Ravi, and we call emotional intelligence in our ethics theory.
Very, very nicely put there. Yes, please elaborate.
So that aspect comes in here, because here those all who are saying yes are allowing their emotions, the positive emotions of empathy towards the couple, to override their, I would say, professional ethics. You see who is Rakesh? Rakesh is a, we have been told some things about Rakesh. Rakesh is a responsible district level officer. He enjoys the trust of his higher officials. Knowing his honesty, the government has entrusted him. The government has trusted him with the responsibility of identifying the beneficiaries. Now, the couple does not satisfy the basic criteria for which the targeted audience for which this scheme has been intended. Now, remember, government comes up with schemes for every marginalized community. It just so happens that this particular scheme has been made for certain reserved communities.
Exactly.
If you are posted as a district officer, such kind of situation will be faced by you at least 10 times a day. That people who come to you are not intended beneficiaries for the scheme which you are dealing with currently. And if we start based on your empathy, on your positive empathy for the beneficiaries, start relaxing the rules of the schemes, it will lead to total chaos and it will be counterproductive to your own approach. Because remember, when you are giving up this place to this couple, you are also robbing one deserving person of that community from this scheme. So my answer would be, as a in my professional opinion, Rakesh does not have even the option of adding the couple to this scheme. This should be obvious, and you should be able to control your, I would not say control, I would say you should be able to channel your emotion of empathy towards the couple in a more positive way. As a civil servant, you have to be innovative. So what are the options available to Rakesh? We say that as a professional, he cannot give the benefits to the couple. Now let's move on and hope that those who were saying yes, they understand that I empathize. I also empathize with the couple. But given the restrictions which Rakesh or any other district administrator will be working, such situation will be there. So you have to be innovative. All those who were saying yes have to understand that they cannot give the benefit to the old couple under this scheme. Now what will they do? So that they have a clear conscience that they try to help the couple, or they were able to make the help reach the couple. So now you have come up with innovative ideas. What will you do to help the couple, provided you cannot give them space in this scheme?
Exactly.
For answers.
And that's a very good thing to point out. You see, because Rakesh is a responsible district level officer, if he makes an exception once, who is to say that the sanctity of law is not disrupted? After all, the entire thing is based on the edifice of rule of law. You cannot violate that. You cannot violate that with massive consequences. You have empathy. You have enough empathy. You need to figure out a way to get that deserving couple what they require without breaking the rules. There must be a way. There has to be.
Yeah. So this will be called administrative dilemma. This is not so much a dilemma. This is an administrative dilemma, and I would like to add, with my years of experience as an administrator, that these kind of dilemmas are not restricted to theory books. These are dilemmas which you actually will face practically when you become civil servants. This will be your bread and butter every day, and you cannot run just based on empathy and your emotional appeal. You have to follow the rules, and you have to come up with solutions within the framework and within the restrictions you are placed upon as a district level officer.
I want to mention here another important hidden type of detail. Small detail though, very easy to miss. The question says, one day an old couple has visited Rakesh's office with their application. One day an old couple has visited Rakesh's office with an application. This means that to the best of their understanding, to the best of that couple's understanding, they have filled this form. They are asking for this benefit. A responsible officer like Rakesh should consult with them, should discuss their problems, and should suggest alternative solutions. It nowhere says, the question nowhere says that it is set in stone, that only this scheme and this benefit they require. There are many health schemes, many insurance policies, many other alternatives. which may be extendable to them. So he should consult. And again, you will see that entire participatory nature of the solution is coming again automatically. Without consultation, without participation, without having them in the discussion, you cannot have a viable solution to their issue. In fact, I think with the consultation, Rakesh should educate them. He should educate them. Yes.
In such type of situations, Ravi, I would suggest a strategy that students should approach. It's called role reversal. You have given the role of Rakesh as a district level officer, but you should try to reverse your role and put yourself in the shoes of that old couple. That old couple has come, as Ravi said, coming to get benefit, assuming that they will get benefit here. Now, you cannot just tell them that you are not eligible, so you should not come here. You have to provide them alternatives.
Yes.
They have come to you, the administrator, and pretty sure you must be knowing of many schemes such as Atal Pension Scheme, health schemes like Ayushman Bharat, PDS scheme. You need to point them in the right direction and not just point them. You need to be proactive. You should use terms like this. You will be proactive.
That's good.
You will be proactive.
Proactive, role reversal, very good name dropping. You should do this. Please note these down.
So you will empathize with them, you will have role reversal, then you will proactively ensure that whatever are their intended benefits, there must be many schemes for old people, for destitutes, for generic health schemes like Ayushman Bharat are there. You have to point them in the direction and then you have to follow up with the couple. You perhaps will tell the couple that, see, I am pointing you in this direction. You go and meet so and so. I am calling him up, and then again come back to me after 3 days and tell me whether your work was done or not. That is the kind of response you will expect when you do role reversal. So you should put yourself in the shoes of the person who needs help and then come up with solutions.
Again, yes, very well said. That is very much the approach that Rakesh should take. Everybody who said yes was partially wrong. Everybody who said no was partially wrong as well. Mitra sir, you were saying?
Yeah, I was saying something. In this case study, what I can see is a conflict or dilemma between ethical decision and legal decision. Legality says that he is supposed to follow those guidelines. But ethical decision is something which he has to go beyond legalities. Then only he would be able to help him out. As Amit have said that he should give certain alternatives, he should be giving way out. You just can't stick to one law or one guideline. If he gets into that, that will result into, I think, red tapeism. So ethical decision is not legal decision. There is a difference between them. So ethical leader should understand the difference. And he should empathize with the candidate.
Yes, I think there is something that we are missing. Somebody has pointed it out and very astutely observed that there is a clause of this 1 lakh rupee. This clause is there about this 1 lakh rupee income, family income, and there is another detail. Expert surgeon whom they contacted is willing to do the surgery without charging any fees. It is mentioned. However, the couple will have to bear the cost of incidental charges such as medicine, hospitalization, etc. to the tune of rupees 1 lakh. I think the answer is incomplete without something having been said about this.
Yeah, so Ravi, we have to give up a particular solution that how change for that old couple. Then only your solution is complete. So various methods are there. One is obviously that because we will point them towards our schemes and hope that they get covered under some generic medication scheme, say a Mukhyamantri Swasthya Yojana as we have here in Rajasthan or in Ayushman Bharat. But let us say that the old couple has something, a domicile problem or something or the other, that they are not getting covered in any of the government schemes. Because they have not been able to cover in any of the schemes, then what will you do? Will you stop there? No. We will not stop there. Sir, as sir said that as a ethical decision maker, we will not stop there.
Yes.
What will we do? First step will obviously be to get them enrolled in some of the government schemes and get them the benefit. If not, then also we will reach out to other players in the development area, such as NGOs, civil society. We may even reach out to CSR, corporate. There is 1 lakh. This is too much or too less. It is not something that you can go out of your own pocket. I would like to emphasize this one here. No matter how much you emphasize, you cannot come up with solutions like you will give it out of your own pocket, because that is not a solution. That is,
which I must highlight one thing here, and is absolutely correct. Do not suggest anything that you cannot do repeatedly. You cannot offer this couple money because you cannot offer every couple money, even though if the couple is deserving. Like in the last case, you could not have made the exception because it would have meant breaking the law.
Yeah,
so you have to come up with
apart from that, we should also understand difference between sympathy and empathy. You have to empathize, because if you have sympathy, then you will have, your hand will go into the pocket. So you need to understand the difference between these two.
Yes, and we have to come up with a solution which is innovative enough so that it covers all such cases. And then perhaps we can also, then as I said, we have the immediate solution will be to arrange for the money for the couple, either through other alternative government scheme, through an NGO, through a CSR initiative, or through civil society. We may ask people like who are working in this field to crowdsource, use social media. As an administrator, I will not suggest that you directly go for social media and crowdsourcing, but you get to meet such people who are working in such area, and you can point them in that direction.
One thing that can be added, very safely, exhaust all official routes before going forward. Exhaust all official routes. That if you input those words, it will secure you. You can say then crowdfunding, all those things later. That you are saying here, I'm reading all that you are saying. Alternative crowdfunding, sponsors, donations, all them after official routes have been exhausted. Yes.
One small question.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, can he approach to DM or MLA or MP of that constituency?
He can. In fact, I think another important detail which appears we may have even overlooked is not mentioned. He is a district level officer. It is mentioned. What is district level officer? What can it mean? Perhaps he is a DM himself.
Even if he's not a DM, he is DM or any other development officer. He can, obviously, in 1 or 2 cases, he can point them to the MP lads and MLA lads firms.
Yes.
They can.
Yes.
So that will be immediate response to this particular couple. But if you have identified such problem, then you have to have again the mid-term solution and a long-term solution. What will be a mid-term solution will be to perhaps already have a crowdsource funding or such ideas of how to arrange funds for anybody who comes to you in future. And you will also perhaps write to your seniors, your state government, that the scope of such scheme should be enlarged, or another scheme for such people should be come up. If more and more number of such people come to you, and you are able to identify a target group who is not being addressed by any of the current schemes in the medium term, you will inform your state government that such a scheme and such a target group is needed, who are in need for medical and other such benefits, and a scheme should be made for them. What will you do in the long term? In the long term, again, for such couples, you need to have, other than a government scheme, you should have something at the perhaps improving the infrastructure of the government hospitals, so that the couple don't have to run to private hospitals. We come up with more schemes for generic medication. Such kind of innovative ideas you have to come up in long term. Perhaps a medical district. So there will be long term, 5 years, 10 years, where you are thinking.
I think we've had a lot of healthy discussion about these case studies. It's been very engaging. At least I found it riveting, very stimulating. I had my mind thinking about the problem. And, when I first look at the case study, I always have the impression that I know already, but I don't. I always stand corrected. Some student or some panel member always ends up correcting me, telling me that I did not know the whole thing. I did not appreciate the whole thing. And I think that is what is enriching in this entire discussion. It has led us to appreciate the fact that these ethical decision making are very much tied to practical life, and how to bring that ethical consideration into a practical decision is not so easy. You see, it's complicated, and it is their duty to appreciate that complexity, and despite of it, to come up with something innovative. Yes, you have interacted.
Yes.
You have come up with solutions which neither panel member came up with. You are as much of an ethically trained mind as us, as the panel members here. It is only a matter of fine-tuning your mind towards the situations. It will not be too long before you see a solution, or see a case study, immediately you deconstruct it in your mind. You know, okay, this is where I have to attack, and this is where I must be careful. This thing will emerge with extensive training. However, it takes a bit of a time. We have given you a trailer. We have given you the basic grounding. We have given you the basic approach. We have shown you our own minds. We have revealed our thought processes for you so that you can understand these issues are in fact complex. And you can have some appreciation of it. You take this appreciation and you bring it into your answers. I can guarantee that you will walk away with more marks than you would have without it. I would have really loved to have question and answers with our panel members, but we've crossed 2.5 hours, crossing up in almost 3 now. We would love to have more such engagements with you, but for now, I must conclude. I must bring this session to an end with my parting message, my message and the message of the panel members here is that you're applying for a very prestigious job. If these case studies have shown us anything, if these case studies have told us anything, it is that you must be a very mature individual to deal with the reality of life, especially in the field for which you're applying for. You cannot have excuses in the field. Likewise, you should not have excuses in your UPSC preparation. Work hard. Only then will you deserve to be an actual person on the life of whom such case studies will be cited. And people like us will be discussing. You have to earn it. From what I have seen now, I believe that you are very much on the right track. Continue working hard. Continue engaging your mind. Continue having as many sessions like these as possible. And stick to your goal. You have my best wishes, the best wishes of my panel members. We hope that you learned a lot, and we really hope to see you succeed and to be on this side of the video next time. Perhaps you will be a panel member with us one day. It's a pleasure having met all of you, having spoken to you at length. Very engaging, very interesting, and very nice audience you've been. Thank you very much. And with that, I bid you goodbye. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Ravi.